Hey friends, you boy Seth here, bringing you a quick look at Skies Above, which just recently released on Nintendo Switch from publisher Flynn's Arcade. Big thanks to them for passing along a copy of the game for review. I've played it a little bit. I wanted to get a little familiar with it before recording a video, and I'm actually pretty glad I did, because this is an interesting game that kind of like gets deeper and deeper the more you go. It's a pretty simplistic game, and I have a couple of issues with it, and we'll get into that. The first one you can kind of already see as I'm just walking around like the hub here. The performance is a little all over the place on Switch, if I can just be so real, but it is a neat game. Again, thanks to Flynn's Arcade for letting us check it out. I do have a purchase link in the video description if you want to check it out after watching. Essentially, the story setup for this game is it's this world where these giant space whales called leviathans, like you see this dude right here, kind of like crash down on Earth, and the like citizens of Earth realize that they are full of materials that they can harvest and mine, and a whole, culture has sprouted up around it where I'm kind of like protecting leviathans on various runs from, scavengers, effectively. And so, yeah, it's like a run-based kind of thing. And initially, when I saw the trailer for this, I was like, this doesn't super fit into Flynn's Arcade's slate that well, but actually kind of does. It actually is sort of an arcadey experience. So you go on these runs, and actually, maybe what I'll do, I'll just start up a run here and talk as I go, because I'm not great at this game, and I don't think I'm going to get very far anyways. But you start off a run, and your job is to just protect these leviathans, these whales. You have a couple of different moves here, and some of these I have unlocked as the game has gone on. You start off like pretty basic. You can only jump once and dash once. So I can jump, I have a dash, and when you begin the game, that's all you've got. You can kind of like lock on to these enemies and dash between them, these little like orbs that fire on the whales, and you got like the hook shot, and the hook shot can be used to go between the enemies as well. It's kind of a good like backup sort of thing, and essentially you're just dashing between these enemies to kill them before they can do too much damage to the whale. Oh, I can activate an aura with the Spirit Stone. There you go. Let's activate this aura and see what the deal is here. This is a new thing. Actually, I've never used this before. And, again, I've only put maybe, I don't know, an hour and a half, 2 hours into this. So I'm still kind of like unlocking layers to the game. But it's neat. Like, it's a neat little thing. So you're dashing between these things, you're taking them out, you're killing them, you're protecting the whale. Ugh. Okay, alright. There we go. Took that out. Got a little combo going there. And this is more or less what the game is, just with like, differing layers of depth. Okay. Not doing too terrible, I guess. And yeah, like I said, like when I first saw the trailer for this, I was like, oh, this is kind of weird, because Flynn's Arcade, we've covered a bunch of their games on the channel before, and normally they do these kind of like very like arcadey, like send-ups of classic arcade games, and this seemed like a little bit out of their wheelhouse, but it actually is pretty arcadey. Like it's a kind of, run-based action game, I guess, ultimately, but it does have like an arcadey nature to it. Like this does kind of feel like an arcade game in a lot of ways. Or at least it doesn't feel as different to an arcade game as you might think. So there you go. We did the first kind of cloud level there. And usually this is about as far as I make it. And yeah, you get different abilities and different things available to you as things go on. And between runs, you bring back the like money that you're earning. Hang on, let's get this if I can. Okay. You bring back the money that you're earning to the hub, and you get upgrades for yourself that you use to take on future runs. But you're gonna lose a lot. Like, you're gonna die a lot. The whale is, in fact, I think we're down to like 20% health right now. So we're not. This run will not last that much longer. Get this little power here. Go ahead and take these dudes out. Very nice. Ugh. Okay. Okay. All right. And that. Get these. You can kind of do this cool little slide. Yeah, there we go. So that whale just... And by the way, another kind of like weird, like janky, glitchy thing. I'm earning achievements that I know I've already earned before. So that's also kind of weird. But yeah, so anyway, that's it. Like, you go on a run, you try to protect the whale for as long as you can, you come back to the hub, and then you spend the stuff that you earned at this guy. I can increase like the whale's life. I can give myself more dashes. The second you're able to do this, I recommend it. Like, having more dashes is so nice. Because when I first started playing the game, like, I'm glad that I didn't record the video to show you guys the game based on like my first experience with it. Because I'm like, man, this sucks. Like, this is like tough, and it doesn't feel good. But the more air dashes you get, the better it feels. Like, there is actually a pretty nice sense of progression, and things do kind of feel better the more abilities you get. You guys saw me fight like a big orb back there that frees a spirit, and you bring that up to this lady and she gives you new abilities, new spirit auras. They're challenges which you can complete and claim. You get these little orbs that you feed to the tree. Go ahead and upgrade that. Alternatively, I could take those orbs and feed it to this thing for cosmetics, so I can like change the color of like the essence. I can change the look of the little dog here, so you can do that. There's like a lore codec here for all of the enemies and stuff in the game, which is neat. And then like this guy. So you maybe notice I have this little drone following me. That's what triggers like the kind of like stunned states of some of them, and I can upgrade the drone. I can fish. Very simple fishing game here. You just kind of like press and hold A, and if it goes red, you release it. It didn't do it that time, but then I can take the fish that I just caught and feed it to the whale, and it gives me a little bonus. So this is just going to give me money, I think. Yeah. So there's that. Yeah, let's maybe do, I don't know, like one more run, see how far we can get. It's a very simple game. Like, I don't really have a lot to show y'all about it, but it's neat. I mean, that's kind of the thing with these Flynn's Arcade games. Like, they're just neat little games. They're usually pretty inexpensive, and they're like arcadey experiences. And again, like, seeing the trailer for this, I thought it was going to be more of like a, maybe like a roguelike sort of thing, and it's kind of not. Like, it's kind of like it does feel like an arcade game, and it's pretty fun for what it is. You're not gonna get 1,000 hours out of it, but it's like a pretty fun little thing. I wish it ran better. Like, it doesn't. It does have like its little performance hitches, but it's a small team making this. I'm not gonna beat it up too much. I really like the pixel art a lot. I think the pixel art is probably my favorite thing about it. It just does a really good job with that kind of like vibe and style. I don't know. I think it's really pretty visually. I just wish it ran better. I can do this like slow down like air slash thing, which is pretty cool. Pretty sick. Ugh. Try to take care of these, because these are where the spirits are held. Those little, like, purple spirits. And if you can take them out, you can get the little upgrade from that lady back in the home base. Okay, sick. But it's kind of, like, annoying to take them all out. Okay. But I'm telling you, when you start playing this game, like, upgrade the air dashes, like, as soon as you can. It just makes the game feel so much better. That's my #1 piece of advice if you're going to play this. Another thing I should say is that your jumps and, like, your dashes and your hookshot usage and stuff is refilled when you touch the ground. So, another thing, if you're not, like, if you don't actively have enemies to fight, kind of do a quick, like, touch base on the ground here, like you're kind of seeing me do. Refresh your stuff. But also, you'll get, like, upgrades later on that, like, introduce a combo system to kind of incentivize you to stay in the air as much as you can. So there's that as well, which is neat. I like a good combo system. Yeah, it feels pretty good, like, to just dash between these dudes and blow stuff up. Not too bad. Oh, no, it was worse than I thought. He's taken more damage than I thought he did, actually. Oop. Especially as stuff kind of starts to get crazier and crazier. Oh, yeah. When the drone deactivates these, you can kind of control them and, like, zoom around for a second. That feels really cool. Okay. Okay, alright. These ones with the little, like, white outline, they have, like, shields, so you have to hit them twice. Let me see what this aura will do for me. I actually don't know. I don't know exactly what the aura is doing for me. It's doing something. All the spirits are coming around, so that's neat. I wish the drone would disable... Oh, maybe they're putting a shield on him. That's what it looks like. Okay, sick. Wait for this guy to get a little closer. Oh no. There we go. You want to hit those? Those are just money bots, effectively. Hit that. There's a little bit of, like, magnetism. Like, there's a little bit of, you know, if you get kind of close enough, you'll kind of stick to it, you know, a little bit. But this also has that thing with like, upgrade-based games where, like, I'm sitting here wishing to myself right now, man, like, I wish that, like, this would activate more, and it's like, cool, well, that is one of the upgrades, is like, you know, there is an upgrade that makes those things activate more, and, the game's got a good sense of that. The game's got a good sense of, like, the things that you want there to be upgrades for, there probably is. So if at any point you're feeling like something is bad, like, there's probably a way for you to make it feel better, you know? Which is always something I appreciate in a game like this. He's about to go down, yeah. That was a pretty decent run, though, actually. That wasn't bad. Pretty happy with that. Yeah. And I mean, it's kind of the game. Like, that's kind of what the game is. You know, nothing too crazy. it's just a fun arcadey little thing. If you just are looking for something to kind of turn your brain off and do. Good unlock path. I mean, eventually, like after, you know, whatever, probably, you know, a handful of hours, you're gonna run out of stuff to buy. But I imagine if you dig the style, I'm definitely saving up for this final air dash thing. I feel like 1 or 2 more runs I can get that. But yeah, like if you dig the, you know, the style of the game, and it's like the kind of thing that you can just turn your brain off and have fun with, and yeah, I think you'll like it. I don't know. It's again pretty straightforward, and it does have its polish issues. Like I wish it ran better on Switch. I've had a couple of little issues. Like there was one time where like I fell through the bottom of the ground here in the hub, and I had to like reload the game to get out of it. You know, like it definitely is like an indie game that you can tell was made by like a small team. It's got a couple little issues, but overall, it's kind of neat. You can let me know if you're playing it, if you want to pick it up. Like I said, I've got a purchase link in the video description. Thanks again to Flynn's Arcade for letting us check it out. This has been Skies Above. I've been Seth, and we'll see you in the next video.